The MWO Championship Series sale. What are the best mechs to buy? Find out right now together with me, your host, TTB. Okay guys, let's go ahead and have a look at this latest sale that PGI just kicked off today. And there are a lot of mechs on sale on all different kinds of weight classes, so I thought let's just go over them real quick and see what I would recommend for you guys to buy and which mechs I would recommend to rather stay away from. And I'm gonna try and find a good balance in between going into build details and getting through these mechs rather quickly. So first up, we have the Arctic Cheetah Shard. That is a hero mech. We have a tonnage of 30 tons on this mech, 2 ballistics, 4 energy, 1 missile. Do I recommend to get the Shard? You don't see it that often. I don't think that this is going to be an amazing mech. If you want to complete your set of mechs, of course, then go ahead and buy it. It has a nice camo, but nice camouflage. But other than that, I would not recommend you buy the Shard. Next up will be the Commando 1D, Commando 1 Delta, and this one has 2 energy hardpoints and 2 missile hardpoints. Got some good energy cooldown and range quirks and some missile cooldown quirks, as well as the usual Commando armor, but I don't think this is one of the stronger variants of the Commando, since it doesn't have ECM or anything. It only lacks a few hard points as well. So overall, I recommend not to buy this as well. Next up, we have the Flea 17. Oh, this thing is it's just cute. It's small and cute. It cannot run ECM, but it has 7 energy hard points. So you can run like 6 medium laser builds on this one, and if I am not totally mistaken, this one also comes with mask. So I would say this is a mech that you should think about. It's definitely a tiny mech that can pack a lot of firepower, so check this one out if you like the kind of Flea gameplay, running around, dodging in between enemy mechs, and just being a genuine nuisance. Okay, the next mech that we have is the Javelin 11A. This is this bad boy right here, and that is the pure energy variant of the Javelin. So basically what you're getting here is a 30-ton light mech that has some good solid hardpoints in the CT, as well as a 3 energy hardpoint arm. If you don't have it yet, I think it's worth to go ahead and get this one. It also has this inner sphere medium heat scale limit +1, so you can shoot 7 medium lasers at the same time. So this thing basically comes almost configured, ready to be used. Of course, you might want to go ahead and get an XL engine in there, get some more speed, get some more coolant in, and you should be golden. So definitely an interesting mech to try out. I will do so myself. Then the next mech on sale is going to be the Piranha 1. Now the Piranha 1, that is the one with the 12 ballistic hardpoints, so you can do like 12 machine guns and all sorts of other beautiful things here. If you don't have a Piranha yet, definitely get this mech at 1.8 million C-bills. This is very, very cheap, and everybody should have a Piranha. I mean, this mech is just stupid fun, and also, here's the thing, guys. A lot of people are very scared about the Piranha because they always get killed by them from behind. But once you start playing them, you start to develop a different kind of fear, because you realize how squishy these Piranhas actually are, and you will start, at least a little bit, losing your fear of Piranhas if you play them yourself. Okay, the next mech that is on sale here is the Urban Mech K9. And the people that have been watching this channel for a while will know what I'm gonna say. Buy this mech. It is one of the tankiest, most fun mechs out there in the game, and for its weight class, it is plain old ridiculous. 5 medium pulse lasers, Urban Mech K9, and you got the siren on top that lights up and goes really, really loud to annoy your teammates. I mean, what could be better than that? So definitely pick up the Policeman. And then the last mech on the light division is the Wolfhound 2. This one comes with 6 energy hardpoints. You can do some nice medium pulse laser builds on this thing. It doesn't have ECM or anything, but it's just a sturdy Wolfhound, 5% less energy heat. So as a quirk, that's interesting here. Definitely a good mech. Recommend you pick that one up if you don't want to have one yet. And at 1.4 million, again, good bargain. Okay. Let's jump into the medium mechs. In the medium mech division, we have the Arctic Wolf 1. This is the one that has 9 missile hardpoints in total. Definitely worth checking out, especially since this is actually not an Omni mech, this is a battle mech, so you can switch out the engine, but you cannot switch out the parts. So you can do some fun builds here, like for example, insane SRM firepower, or you could go ahead and go with streak 2s or whatever, make a light mech hunter. There's a lot of options here, and at 3.5 million, definitely something worth buying, and you also get the XL280 engine on top of it. Next up is the Assassin 23. Now the Assassin 23 is a little bit of an oddball. It has 3 energy hardpoints and 3 missile hardpoints. It comes with armor as well as a missile cooldown and energy cooldown, so you can make a nice brawler out of this. If you're looking to complete your Assassin set, definitely worth checking out. Then we have the Blackjack 3 on sale. Beautiful, beautiful thing. This thing comes with PPC velocity and heat generation, as well as energy heat and energy range and heat dissipation and armor. Awesome mech to do double heavy PPC on. Look for the video, guys. This is actually a really fun build. So double heavy PPC on this one can be a lot of fun. And you can also do all sorts of other builds. You have 6 energy hardpoints to work with in total. Personally, recommended buy. Then the Bushwhacker X1. Here we go. Now this thing comes with 4 ballistic hardpoints and 3 missile hardpoints. You got ballistic range and energy heat in there, just 1 energy weapon though. And you can do a lot of builds on the Bushwhacker X1, so if you don't have a Bushwhacker yet, this is definitely worth picking up at 3.8 million C-builds. Also gets you an XL275 engine. Next mech on sale, and I'm hoping that I'm not forgetting any mechs here, but I opened them up all by hand trying to find the deals here, because if I go on the main page to click on the mechs, they just won't show up and you can't see anything, so I decided to go like this. I hope I don't miss any mechs. So, next mech up on the list is the Hunchback 2CA. That is the laser boat version of the Hunchback 2C. It's a different kind of gameplay that you normally have with a Hunchback. Normally you associate Hunchbacks with Dakka Hunchbacks or maybe missile Hunchbacks or mixed Dakka and lasers. This one can only do lasers, but 8 of them. And it's a lot of fun to play, so definitely also a recommended buy if you're looking for a nice mech that has extremely high hard points to have fun with. I would say recommended buy. Then we have the Huntsman packet. This one, like the Urban Mech K9, only available for MC, as it is a hero mech, of course. Comes equipped with 3 energy hardpoints and 4 missile hardpoints. Interesting hero mech. I would say worth checking out if you don't have it yet. But of course, it doesn't get set apart that much from the other models. But I mean, it has a fun paint job. I mean, come on. A little bit of a Egyptian touch, I like it, and at 2.3k MC, I think it's an okay price to pay if you want to complete your Huntsman collection. Then we have the Kintaro 18. Oh yeah, the Kintaro 18. Missile cooldown, missile heat, missile velocity, 5 missile hardpoints in total. Of course, 1 of them or 2 of them will be here in the CT breastplate, so make sure to open up those weapon bay doors. So you've got 1 hardpoint here, and then 2 in the right torso, and then 2 more in the left arm. You can make some mean streak boats with this XL engine and streak 6s. Fun to play, definitely a recommended buy at 2.2 million C-builds, but that's an advanced mech for people who know the game a little bit more. Not a newbie mech, absolutely not. Then there is the Nova S. What about the Nova S? The Nova S, if I'm correct, is exactly the only Nova that has a CT AMS slot, because that's the only slot you can't switch out. So if you get the Nova S, definitely recommended buy Nova S, because you can make the triple AMS Nova with this base model and only this base model. So definitely get the Nova S. 4.6 million, kind of a steep price, but if you like medium mechs that have lasers and if you like to be useful for your team, this is definitely not the worst thing you could buy. Then we have on sale, once again, the Vapor Eagle 1. Well, the Vapor Eagle 1 comes equipped with 4 ballistic hardpoints, 4 energy hardpoints, and 2 missile hardpoints. And this bad boy can actually also not switch its hardpoints. So you have to make do with what you have. And you have on the left torso 1 hardpoint, 4 Dakka. You've got 3 more Dakka hardpoints in the left arm. And left and right side torso 4 lasers as well as missiles, and 1 energy weapon on the right arm. So it's a little bit all over the place, but you do have enough hard points to make a fun brawler, for example, or an ATM-12 boat together with some energy weapons. I wouldn't say it's the best variant out there, but it's definitely a solid one. So go ahead and give this thing a try. You could do something like a double PPC and AC-10, for example, as a build here as well. If you don't have a Vapor Eagle, you just want to get the feel for the mech, definitely not a bad choice to try this one out. And then last but not least, on the medium mech tier, the Vulcan 5T. This one comes equipped with Innisphere medium laser heat quirks, machine gun rate of fire and whatnot. We all don't really care about that. What we care about is this mech actually good? And the answer to that question, you guys know that, it is. Yeah, the Vulcan 5T is actually the best model of the Vulcan series, I would say. You pump this thing with 5 medium pulse lasers and you're gonna have a lot of fun. It has a very awkward geometry, makes it very hard to hit. It's very agile, very nimble, and a lot of fun to play. So Vulcan 5T, get one if you don't have one yet. And at 1.7 million C-bills, that's basically a steal. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the heavy mechs available. First up is the Dragon 5N. The Dragon 5N. This is a weird oddball. It has ballistic cooldown, range and velocity quirks, it has energy cooldown quirks. You can do a very, very interesting Dakar build where you do 3 Ultra AC2s in the arm, and you do the nose dab and basically shoot like that. It can be a lot of fun. But it's a very situational mech, and especially if you want to go into in the nose dabbing business, that's pro level stuff. So, yeah, in my opinion, my recommendation: do not go Dragon. They're a little bit awkward, and they have very limited uses. Well, next up we have the Grasshopper, the Grasshopper 5P. This one has extra energy range and base structure quirks, no armor though. So this is probably not the best variant of the Grasshopper on sale here. I think there are better ones out there, especially the 5H, for example, that has 10% less energy heat and extra armor, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, extra armor. Or, of course, the 5J, energy cooldown, energy heat, and large laser cooldown. Very nice for large laser sniping. I mean, you can still get the 5P. It's definitely not a wrong buy. And if you don't want to spend that much cash, and you only have 3.2 million, and you want to try out the Grasshopper, it's definitely not a bad choice. But there are better Grasshoppers out there. Then we go back to the clan side, the Hellbringer Virago, the only Hellbringer that actually has this missile fist, and it has this amazing golden applications camouflage here that I like a lot. Really good to have a solid base for your Hellbringer. So you can build the classic laser vomit Hellbringer with this as your basis, and you will get 30% more C-bills each and every match. So in my opinion, if you have the C-bills, if you like the Hellbringer gameplay, definitely pick that one up. Then the Jaeger Mech 6DD, the double D Jaeger Mech, and that is not meaning the bra size, it actually means that this is the variant that has 6 ballistic slots, 20% less ultra outer cannon jam chance, 20% ballistic cooldown, 10% range, and some structure quirks. If you like the Jaeger Mechs, and they're a little bit awkward, because they're a little bit like, I don't know, stumpy arms and whatnot, you can have a lot of fun with this. You can do rack builds, you can do 5 AC2 builds, for example. I did that, that's a lot of fun. So definitely worth checking out. If you've never tried a Jaeger mech before, this is a good time to pick one up. It also comes with an XL260 engine. Then the Linebacker Charlie is on sale. This one is an Omni-Mech, so if you don't have a Linebacker yet, you can rejoice because you just get this one at 50% reduced price, and then you can mix and match with the torsos that you want. So if you don't have a Linebacker yet, it's an interesting, short-range, fast, tanky clan brawler in most cases. So yeah, I would definitely go ahead and pick it up if you don't have a Linebacker yet. Then we have the Nightjar, the Charlie. This thing, if I am not completely mistaken, doesn't have anything too crazy right here, except the Dakar left arm, for example. But the rest is, there's nothing special about it. If you don't have a Nightjar yet, again, it's an Omni-Mech, you can pick this up, you can mix and match parts. But if you already have Nightjars, it's not worth picking up, in my opinion. Then there is the Onion VA, the Orion VA. This thing has the ballistic cooldown quirks, very nice. It has ballistic velocity as well, missile cooldown 15%, 10% less heat, and a bunch of armor quirks. This, I would say, definitely qualifies as some sort of a mini Atlas for sure. And it's very tanky, it has nice cooldown quirks. Definitely worth checking out. Running with an AC20, for example, and SRM4s or SRM6s, you can have a lot of fun with this. It's going to be a short-range brawly mech, but if that's your thing, and you don't have an Orion yet, definitely pick this one up. Then, the Quickdraw IV. I've talked about this mech for so long. I've made a couple of videos about this mech. Long story short, buy this. It is one of the best mechs out there. Buy this mech. Double MRM40s or double MRM30s, you will have a lot of fun. Insane quirks, really good mech, really fun to play. Definitely get this one. Then we have the Summoner Prime. Well, you know my feeling towards summoners. It's nothing special. If you want to try out a summoner, you can get one here at 50% off for only 7 million C-bills. Yeah, there's a steep price being asked, but since it's an OmniMech, you can always mix and match and try out different variants. But yeah, if you want to try it out, go ahead, try it out. But I don't personally don't like summoners that much. And the last heavy mech on sale is the Warhammer 6R. This thing comes equipped with 2 ballistic slots, 6 energy slots, and 1 missile slot. And as you can see, these ballistic slots are side, torso, left and right, fairly high up. You've got those 4 energy mounts up here as well. And you've got the 2 arm mounts. This one can run, for example, 6 medium lasers and 2 gauss rifles. Very, very nicely. A lot of fun to play. You have to go XL with this, or you just go 2 lasers less and just go light engine, but I prefer to go XL with this. A lot of fun to play, very powerful build. If you don't have a Warhammer yet, pick this one up. It's definitely worth it. Well, and now we are in TTB territory. Assault Mechs, Annihilator 2A. You know now, guys, by now you all know this is, in my opinion, the best Annihilator to have. The other ones are no slouches anyways, but this is one of the most fun variants with 10% less ballistics heat and 6 ballistics hardpoints. You can have a lot of fun with this. UAC 5 and UAC 10s, 6 AC 5s, 5 UAC 5s, 2 UAC 10s, and 3 Rack 2s. You can do lots of builds with this. Definitely one of my recommended mechs to get, and at 5.6 million. If you're looking to get into the assault business, this is the mech that you do it with. Then we have the Battlemaster 1G up for sale. This is the one that has 7 energy hardpoints, 2 ballistic, and 1 missile hardpoint. It's got PPC velocity and energy range, but nothing else. Just a little bit of armor for the arms and inner sphere medium laser heat and range. There's also ballistics in here, but you don't want to run ballistics on the arms of a Battlemaster, trust me, it is not fun. So Battlemaster 1G, it has the extra range, so you could turn this into a long range large laser sniper, for example, but there might be better variants out there for that, so not necessarily recommended on my part. But if you don't have a Battlemaster yet, at 3.8 million, it's worth checking out. It's definitely not the worst variant out there. Then another OmniMech, the Blood Asp A, is on sale. And this one is actually very interesting. It has ECM in the CT, and then you can just switch out the side torsos to whatever you like. And of course, I would recommend to switch them out to Omnipods that have DACA capabilities. And you go, for example, UAC 5s and the UAC 10. Very, very powerful. Very fun build to play. Just check out my channel to find these builds. And guys, as always, with all these builds, if you're interested in them, if you want to see them in action, go to my YouTube channel, use the search function on the channel, and just look for the mech type, and you will see lots of videos for all of them. Then, Cyclops Sleipnir. Buy this mech for reasons that you guys already know. One of the most powerful assault mechs out there. Very nimble, very agile, still fairly small, and can run a lot of very, very powerful configurations. For example, the quad LB10 loadout that we all love. Then we have the Direwolf Ultraviolet at a whooping 4.6k MC, or 4.7k MC, which is already 50% off. If you ever want to buy the best long-range DACA mech out there, buy it now, because you don't know when it's going to be cheap again. Then we have the Mad Cats. We've got the Death Strike right here, and we've got the Mad Cat B right here. For both of these mechs, I only got one thing to say to you: buy them. If you don't have them yet, buy them, both. The Mad Cat B is an amazing DACA mech for example, WAC 5 and WAC 10, and the Death Strike, of course, 6 ER medium lasers and 2 Gauss rifles, insane alpha strike power at long ranges, pinpoint, hits like a truck, very reliable. Both really good mechs, get them. Then we have the Marauder 2C, and this one is the plain Marauder 2C. It has 9 energy hardpoints. You can make a fun, for example, medium pulse laser build out of this thing. You can do large lasers and medium lasers, for example. You can do heavy larges and mediums. There's lots of configurations that you can run. Definitely not a bad mech to pick up at 4.4 million C-bills. And then we're slowly coming towards the end here. The Supernova Boiler, the only clan assault mech that can run double UAC 20 and shoot them at the same time, because it has Ultra Autocannon 20 heat scale limit +1. Has a nice paint job, fun to play, a little bit more unusual assault mech, but definitely very powerful. Recommend you throw out the, what does it have here on the base build? The Lerm 15 and a large pulse laser for maybe some streak missiles to defend against light mechs. You double tap and then you follow up with the streaks. You can have a lot of fun with that, so definitely recommended buy on my part. Then the Victor 9S is on sale. This thing is basically a mini Atlas. You can use this nicely for brawling, has some good stats for brawling. It's got ballistic range, velocity, missile cooldown, heat gen, and velocity, plus some armor. You need an XL engine for this bad boy, by the way. Then you pump in, let's say, 3 SM6s and an AC20, and you will have a lot of fun with this. Just try and stay healthy, because XL engine and assaults, you gotta be extra careful. And then the last mech on sale here today is going to be the Warhawk Prime. And the Warhawk Prime has 4% ERPPC heat gen, as well as a 20% ERPPC velocity. So that means that, yeah, it's definitely not a bad mech to look at. You can have a lot of fun with this as well, and you just use it for going ahead and doing, for example, good old quad ERPPC. It's if you want to get into the Warhawk itself, it's definitely not a bad pickup, and it's always a nice thing to have a Warhawk in there, because it's a very fast, nimble, well, very fast 64 kph, but that is very fast in my book, clan assault mech that can do a lot of builds. And one of my favorite ones is, of course, the quad ERPPC, as I already said. Well, guys, and that concludes this video for today. Those are all the mechs that are currently on sale, but there's one thing more, and if somebody already switched off, well, you're lost, because mech bays are on sale as well, 50% off. So if you need some more mech bays, this is the point where you get like 10 or 20 mech bays, because you don't know when they're going to be on sale next. Of course, I'm sure they will be on sale in the future again, but who knows when. And if you need mech bays at some point, good to have them stored in the back. For example, I currently have 30 empty mech bays just in case. And that is the end of this video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys got something from it, and hope you guys will make smart buying choices here on the sale. And let me know what you picked up in the comments down below. Let me know if you came up with some cool builds for these mechs currently on sale, also in the comments down below. I read all of them, as you know. And if you enjoyed this content, guys, go ahead, check out my Patreon page, become an active member of Team TTB. I'm out of here. Have a great day.